Don Wilson here for Top MMA News, here with Tom Murphy. An odd night, Tom. It's got to be the first time I've been to a fight where they made you go to the ring. Obviously, we saw you didn't have gloves on, and the rest is history. Why don't you tell us your side of what you saw this entire night?
I wish I could tell you more.
Yeah.
I went out to the curtain. We were that close to actually consummating the deal, and I came around the corner, and Gary was there. He put his gloves on, the gloves were for tape. Put his hand out, we touched gloves. I walked around the corner, and he came up. He called one of my corner men, David Lorenzo. David walked around the corner, and Gary walked out of the building. And there's some speculation about he was trying to get some more money, but I mean, I don't know. I would hate to speculate. I mean, I can't imagine. We did the weigh-in yesterday. We signed the contract weeks ago. I can't imagine that there was still negotiating going on. 30 seconds before the song came on.
Yeah. It's definitely really odd. It's definitely disappointing. Now, one thing that's a little different, I think, than other fighters is you're definitely not a full-time fighter. You have a day job that you use, and this is something that you love. It's a passion. So how do you feel? It's not something where you're losing money, you're not going to be able to pay your rent, but you lost a chance to show yourself and to go with your passion. How does that feel?
Well, two things. Number one, the fans and the people that came to watch me. That's where really my disappointment and my pain is. Sorry about that. A little distracted, as you can imagine. But that's really where my pain is, where the frustration is. But number two, you're right. I'm a full-time dad. I have 4 kids, and I got a great job that I love. And it's not, the paycheck's nice, but I do this because I love it. And I've been doing it for a long time. I mean, I only have 8 professional fights, but I've been doing it for a long time. Been around for a long time. Usually I do a really dynamic interview.
Well, last thing I'd like to ask, because I know there's a lot of fans out there that'll have this question. A lot like a Philip Miller, a lot like a Mark Hominick, who left the UFC 2-0. You left the UFC 1-0.
Yeah.
Why?
I was supposed to fight in UFC 72 against Jake O'Brien, and about a week before the fight he got hurt and pulled him out. They were trying to backfill the fight, and it was just at the time I came to TriStar, so that was about 3 years ago or so. And when that fight fell through, they were trying to put together a fight last minute in Belfast, and Frost Zahabi got involved, and this was before anyone knew who Frost was, but this is what led him to his greatness, I really believe. It's just his intelligence, and he said, nope, we're not going to fight. And after we told the UFC we weren't going to fight, they told me, he said, Tom, you got to work or you got to commit to fighting. You choose. And Frost said, let's take 6 or 7 months, which turned into about a year. To just retool. I was a good wrestler. I mean, that's my background, a jiu-jitsu guy. But went to TriStar and got to learn the stand-up game, and still working on it every day. But that's really what happened. And after that, we took a tune-up fight. Brock didn't want to go back and ask for a bigger fight. And then I had 3 or 4 other fights fall through. The Sean Salmon fight was 5 hours before the weigh-in.
I remember that one.
At least that happened before I left Vermont. But I probably have about 15 or 16 fights by now.
But everything's fallen through. You've definitely been one of those people that, given that this is your hobby, it's been a very odd experience watching your career. So once again, Tom, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time. I'll let you get back to the kids and essentially enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully you probably would have liked to have done it with a W, but at least this way you get to walk out just as pretty as you came in, right? So Tom, thank you very much.
If you guys need anything, I'm serious,